I'm very happy to see you different. You look different now. Oh my God.
Yeah, thank
The
you.
Holy Spirit work in yourself. I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your face is different now.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't go with
this is how I
sunglasses.
saw.
Yeah. So that's the same person that was telling me to pick up trash. They're my orders. And then was stalking me at Burger King. And then was also in front of the bus where there's a bunch of like old children on it, standing from it, waiting for me. And then talked to me, was offering me a drink and a real estate job. So I don't know. I mean, kind of weird. She works over there. Was at the McDonald's. Now she's at the Burger King for the first time. I'm here every single night. I mean, it's the first time I've seen her. I know coincidences happen and weird things happen, but I don't know. Seems a little weird to me. And then she comes up with perfume, like I talked about Satan, who, like I mentioned, I don't know if this is your first video. Satan is the Illuminati. Satan is the deep state. Satan is the lizard people. Satan is the devil and the Lucifer, the dragon and the serpent, all same people. The Antichrist is all the same people. These are the Antichrist. It said in the end time there will be many Antichrists, not one. So, um, I think that's suspicious. I mean, and then like I said, they have their when I relax. Sorry, I get confused sometimes. When I relax, or Lucifer likes to call it empty. They always thought they could empty Hayden Lonsdale and make him into a different person, or get amnesia, or be more susceptible to their lies and they're addicted to scaring him or lying to him and all stuff like that. So she walks up with perfume that Hayden, who is me, hasn't smelled in a long time. So thinking I'll be like, whoa, it's they think it's like what, like a time travel? I mean, in their delusional, Luciferian, mentally retarded minds, sorry for the language, they think they can. It's the equivalent of spraying perfume on something. Like, oh, now you're years in the past. I'd probably look at them and be like, get the fuck out of my house. What are you doing? Why are you in my house? I mean, I'm not time traveling because you spray perfume on me. Is that not delusional? I mean, if if you went up to someone and sprayed perfume on them and said, now your years in the past is a different room, they won't even say different world to me, a different room. They think I'm as smart as like a kid to be like, oh my god, really? It's a different room? Like, oh no, I'm sorry, it's a different room. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. They think I'm gonna turn into some like mentally challenged, autistic, beaten, whipping boy kid or something. And then it's like, I don't know. I think that's suspicious. And then it's like, I mean, also like I said in the video, there's a bunch of she was like going like this, like trying to like. She thought like, well, if we like be sexual, if we turn him on, he'll turn into a different person. He'll turn into like who? If their idea was to turn Hayden into someone with amnesia or susceptible to lies, and they thought Hayden was me, and now they think I will turn into him, that doesn't make sense. Their plan wasn't for him to turn into me to turn back into him. Their plan was for him to never turn into me because they already thought that he was me, or that he was trying to be me, and they didn't want that to happen. Like, why would Jesus Christ just be in the mental hospitals doing weird stuff and not doing anything? What is like, that's because I basically like told him to go this times, and he was living on a farm, hanging out, and that's how Hayden was raised, or should I say, how he was tortured, where they wanted him basically just in the mental hospital. They're trying to poison him, corrupt him, but actually helped him. They didn't want him to go to schools just in case he ended up becoming me, but it actually made him more empathetic, more caring, into mental health. And if you're a king or a ruler, you'd have to be into people's mental health. You have to deeply care for it. A lot of people become politicians like, you're like, whatever, it's just my job, I just want the money, this is what I do. But if imagine a deep passion, there's a difference between a passion and a job. There's a difference between the job being the money and getting money as an extra, or getting money to feed yourself, and just working for money. And that's the difference between Jesus Christ as a ruler and a king, and Alpha and the Omega, and some random guy or woman or whatever. And I mean, these people are some of the most immature people ever. Where like, oh my god, that guy like over there. I can't really show you the camera. That's probably what he probably really wants to be like. Oh, see, look at it, just so they can get call I don't know, you call the cops and I'd be like, oh, there's some guys videotaping me. But the other day I told you they broke my video camera, accused me of being like a weirdo trying to talk about people. Just like Lucifer said, we're gonna try to make you look like a pedophile because I'm walking around recording everyone. I'm not trying to be weird. And if I was, it's to demon monsters that are thousands of years old anyways, and I'm not even being weird. And he smashed my camera, and all I did was return it. I mean, they couldn't really see it was broken. So, I mean, that's something. If I were, well, I mean, I'm not human, but if I were human, I'd want to thank God. I think that everyone should thank God for something like that. I mean, hey, I mean, one of those things where the societal structures, the hierarchies, that people talk about, the governments, the businesses, the 1% want to f us over. So God came back and is going to destroy them and torture them all forever and ever. If you're in the 1%, if you're rich, you're gonna burn. It's easier to get into heaven than it is to find the 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 camel, the needle's eye. You ever heard of that? All because they didn't want to. They literally view me the equivalent of. Imagine if someone was standing outside your house and your house was made of like metal, and you were like, "Haha, he can't get into my house. It's all locked. He can't get in here. He can't shoot anything. He doesn't have a gun. He's unarmed. And he's just yelling at us through the cameras." And I mean, like, you ever look at Edward Snowden? I know they can listen to me. I know they watch me. And they're just like, huh, well, whatever. It's not him. There's no way his dad's real, right? He said he is his dad. Well, that was a lie. My dad's coming to torture you all forever. And it's not the devil. Like, what do you mean? You timed it out so it's say at 6 o'clock? Or, 6 minutes of the video? Yeah. Well, that's what Lucifer prayed for, so I'm doing it for him. I'm trying to get Lucifer to go to hell forever and ever. And it's not a trick, it's I'm warning them. You have to let me talk to a human. Because I want to be able to answer the questions. Because imagine humans like, I didn't understand some of what you said. Like, what proof do you have of this or that? Or how come this means this if we heard from humans that this means this? It's like, and then it's like, why can't you answer those questions that you ask yourself? It's like, I'm just waiting for someone to call me. All the government had to do when I got back was, I know they could probably see that my facial expressions are different since I got back. All facial recognition cameras. They could probably, unless, some type of technology that changes, so to make me look like I'm just Satan still. I know they'd be able to tell my voice changed, be able to tell my behaviors changed, my patterns for the most part. They'd be able to tell that all my evidence is real, and I'd like to see someone dispute it. I'd like to see someone say, well, I don't think it's real. I don't think it means anything. It's like, then how does it appear that I see through time? How does it, even though I know I do, but from your perspective as a human, how does it appear as though I do so often? How do I happen to be in front of arrows whenever I'm talking about Jesus? How do I happen to be saying, how do I, like the day where I twice it happened where I said, I was about to say Jesus, and I happened to be like 2 feet away from one of those cups that say JCX, but it was tilted, so I just saw JC. I mean, I think if a human saw signs like that, they would literally think they were like tripping or like hallucinating for a second. And when they happen to me, it's just what they want to do. I mean, I don't get it. They would just want to work with Satan. They want to work with the Illuminati, the devil people. They want to work with the Morlocks. Look up the Morlocks, a time machine. They really want to work with the Morlocks. Why? Because they want money. They want kids. They want sex. They want sin. They want greed. They want nothing but to live in luxury with the whore of Babylon. So, I torture them forever and ever. Because it's like the easiest fucking thing ever and ever. All you have to do, and excuse my language, but I've been arguing the same argument for 149 days, and I want to see if someone could love Jesus Christ how Hayden Lonsdale did. That's why everyone has to worship him in his personality, where it's half God and half him. And I'm not explaining this, but Hayden Lonsdale didn't expect me to be all-knowing. Hayden Lonsdale didn't expect me to be and do everything. Hayden Lonsdale didn't ask questions. Hayden Lonsdale followed every order on like a 95% accuracy. And humans are literally Morlocks in comparison to him anyways. I mean, like normal humans. Interrupting each other, being rude, talking, not understanding anything, not being polite, caring, forgiving, anything, not being enlightened, wise, religious, not following their own religion. I mean, humans are trash people now. Like, legit trash people. And if you're not a trash person, it should inspire you, if you weren't a trash person, to want to be better and prove to me you're not a trash person instead of just continue to be a trash person. I mean, I think it's pretty easy to not be a trash person. I mean, I'd say hey, what would you do if you were getting tortured all day with energy weapons? And that's the thing, it's a very faint energy weapon. Like, you look up Havana syndrome, like, it's something like that. I mean, hey, you want to doubt? I mean, if you should see my other videos, where it's like, I even called the UFO guy, and then it's like, my fear is that no one will believe in it because they're expecting some other guy. They expect me to turn water into wine and all this other stuff to be magic. It's like, oh, then you all get tortured forever and ever and ever and ever. I'm going to laugh and be sad a little bit, and I'm going to laugh and say, oh, well, I guess I told him. They just didn't believe me. They thought I was speaking Chinese or something. And I'm not being racist towards Chinese people, because if I could speak Chinese, maybe they would understand me. But I know they wouldn't be able to. They'd pretend not to.